Okay, so could you give us a little bit of a background? Who are the Sci-Fi Janitors?
The Sci-Fi Janitors are a pair of puppets who clean up at fictional and science fiction type places. They've worked everywhere, which gives them a sort of working knowledge of all sci-fi fantasy stuff, which is our excuse for that being what we talk about all the time. They were created by myself and a guy named Michael Goodwin, who's a role-playing game writer, who's actually a guest here at the convention doing panels about like epic level fantasy gaming and stuff like that.
Cool.
And we're really good friends. We've been gaming together for a really long time, and we were hanging out one night, and I said, hey man, why have we never collaborated on a puppet show before? I do these puppet shows all the time. You're such a great writer. So we were like, let's do it. So we sat down, and he started writing, and I started drawing. And at the end, we had the first sort of proto Bob and Carl, which was a little puppet show called Cleanup. And it was about two janitors, and one of the janitors' first day on the job at Area 51, and the other janitor was sort of like the grizzled veteran. And this was a adult puppet show, so it contained some profanity and some adult subject matter. And we performed it at a Puppet Slam, the Puppet Slam at Dad's Garage Theater here in Atlanta, hosted by Lucky Yates, who's also the voice of Krieger on Archer, who's also here as a guest. Yes. So we did it, and it was a lot of fun, and the audience liked it. And Patrick, who's our producer, was in the audience, and he said, and he does Dragon Con TV stuff here. He co-founded Dragon Con TV, and he said, hey guys, this is really funny. We should film it, and we should put it on Dragon Con TV. So we were like, okay, sure. So we went over to his house, we set up the green screen, and we filmed it. And then Matt and I just sort of like kept goofing off while the camera was on. And at the end of it, we had like 12 episodes, like 12 little bits. And so we did it for Dragon Con, and people really liked it. So we said, hey, maybe there's something to this. We should keep doing it. So that was 2 years ago. And then last year, we had a table, and we started selling T-shirts, and we did a whole bunch of new episodes. And it just kind of took off. And now we're sort of like these weird, like, puppet Dragon Con's micro-celebrities. And we just did our panel, and we had all our fans here, and there was, like, kids dressed up like the puppets. And we had people dressed up like the puppets. And it's just the weirdest experience, because this is my 16th Dragon Con. I'm a huge geek, and I used to do a lot of costuming, and I know what it's like to like love something and to like dress up like it and to go meet the creator and be like, I love what you do so much, look what I did, I love you, you're awesome. And so like to be on the other side of the table is so weird and awesome. To just experience that, and like I see people dressed up, and people say that, like, I had a girl say that she works in like this really serious, like, crazy science lab place, and they deal with like really heavy issues, and she's like, sometimes when I just can't like deal with it anymore, I just watch your episodes and they make me happy, and I like forget about my problems, and I'm like, oh my god, can I hug you? So it's just like we just have these really cool fans, and like we're just geeks too, like we're just regular, like I think that's sort of maybe why the show is popular, is because we are our fan base. We're not, we're like, we don't sit around and be like, how can we market this to people? Like, we just are us, and we're just like these guys. So it just resonates with them, I guess.
All right, what is the latest adventure that the Sci-Fi Janitors have been on?
Well, the Sci-Fi Janitors just had a job cleaning the Swamp of Sadness from Neverending Story. And that didn't work out so well, and that's one of our new episodes. And then they also participated in the last Winter Olympic Games in curling, because they're very proficient in brooms.
Well, that's awesome. What kind of things would, like, your endeavors with the Sci-Fi Janitors help happen, like, in the future? Like, where can you see, like, a couple...
Well,
like,
we've already sort of done that. I mean, the puppetry track that I'm the track director for here at Dragon Con is a direct result of the Sci-Fi Janitors.
Okay.
We did we did the videos, and the videos were popular. And then last year I asked if I could put on a Puppet Slam here, which is a live adult puppet show, and we did it last year here, and we turned away 700 people and packed a 250 person room. And so that was sort of like, oh my god, Dragon Con loves puppets, we have to keep doing this. So in January of this year, after last year, I got a call from Pat Henry, who's the head chairman of Dragon Con, and he said, hey, would you be interested, the Puppet Slam was a really big success, congratulations, would you be interested in doing more puppetry programming? And I said, yeah. So I've brought like my puppeteer contacts from around the country here, and we're doing workshops about marionettes and shadow puppets, and so the idea is to expose the people of Dragon Con to puppetry beyond, like, the Muppets, and to the world of live puppet theater, that exist that a lot of people just don't really know about. And geeks here at Dragon Con, they love puppets because like Yoda and Farscape, and they're used to puppets, but only in TV and movies. So my sort of goal is to like bridge that gap between pop culture and puppets as an art form.